Okay. So let's move on to a team that we're pretty sure is not going to get more than 5 or 6 wins. And if they do, it'll be by if Joe Burrow actually stays healthy the entire season. And that is, in fact, the Cincinnati Bengals. Listen, I'm looking at this right now, and Joe Burrow, they didn't get an offensive line to protect him. Yes, you got Chase, who I think is going to be good for him if Burrow can still scramble like he did prior injury. He's 80% right now. He's getting himself ready to go. He says he wants to go week 1. And you know what? That's the athlete in him. But physically, I want to see how durable he's going to be. When I look at this team, I'm saying they get 5 wins. I'm saying they go 5-12. Miss Megan Price, I'm going to kick it over to you.
Y'all know I can't stand the Bungles. I got them going 2-15. I think the only games they win are Week 11 against Las Vegas and Week 15 in Denver. Those are the only games they're winning. I mean, and even with Joe Burrow healthy, 2-15. I don't think they didn't do anything to protect him. And even before the injury, he was getting knocked around left and right. So he was getting hit all the time. Like, I mean, no, 2-15. They're not protecting him. Jamar Chase is great. I love that they played together. I mean, that's great that they have that reunion, but they're not protecting him. And even before that, he was having to scramble. He had to run for his life.
Ebony, ivory, ooh, perfect harmony. When you pass up on Panay Sewell to get your homeboy from LSU, look, I get it. He's the best wide receiver in the draft. I get it. But didn't that ACL surgery should have put something in your head to tell the organization, protect me? You already had weapons. T. Higgins was going off, bro. He's a solid wide receiver. I mean, I'm not the biggest Boyd fan, but he's usable. He's not trash. He's not a scrub. And I love Joe Mixon. I don't give a damn what he did in college. That's college. I'm a big fan of Joe Mixon. You could have grabbed Kyle Pitts and helped out the offensive line by getting a dynamic unicorn and helping blocking up front because people weren't going to blitz you because they were too scared of Pitts. Or you're going to cop a nail Sewell and make sure that Burrow, who does have a deep arm, can complete some of those deep passes. But no, you wanted to be cute. You wanted to get the Dolce & Gabbana purse instead of paying your rent bill. And now he's going to pay with his back and his leg. 4-13. Because your offense is dynamic. And watch for Puka Williams. Due to the fact that you don't have an offensive line and Burrow might get hurt, this leads to the chance that Joe Mixon might actually get hurt, meaning Chris Evans and Puka Williams will have opportunities in the backfield. I'm going to draft Puka Williams as a little bit of a handcuff because I'm worried about Joe Mixon. You don't care about the offensive line, so you obviously don't care about winning.
Yep. Joe Mixon last year wasn't very good. And like you said, they did draft somebody, I believe, in the second round. So they did go out and get one guy, but that was about all they addressed when it came to the offensive line. The thing nobody mentioned is this defense is terrible. The defense can't stop a nosebleed. So we're talking about how nobody can block or nobody can protect Joe Burrow. Nobody can stop any offenses. Their defense is terrible. So they're going to give up a lot of points. Even if you can protect Burrow, it doesn't matter. You can't stop anybody. So you're going to give up a ton of points. You don't win in the NFL if you can't stop anybody. So defense sucks.
John Shear, what's your record again? Oh, what was your record?
3 wins. I have them going 3-14.
3-14.
Yeah, they're not a good team.
I get you. Mr. Carrots Nudo. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, I was with Alex because I think they should have taken Sewell. But look, in the second round, they did take the kid out of Clemson, that Jackson Carman, who again is a 3-year starter for Clemson. I think has like over 1,500 snaps, and obviously for a team like Clemson, part of ACC title teams, college football playoff. So look. Yes, he's going to have some growing up to do. They're trying to protect him. They did go with Jamar Chase. I agree with that. It's hard to get the ball down the field, as you know, when you're planted on your back. That being said, it's crazy because, Eric, if Joe Burrow can come back, pardon me, I couldn't think of his name, but if Joe Burrow can come back, like those first 4 games, Like at Minnesota, again, we're not crazy sold on. I mean, the offense, look, Dalvin Cook needs to be healthy. But anyway, talking about Cincy. So, yeah, Minnesota, Chicago, who I do think, okay, yes, is better. It's in Chicago, and that defense will definitely get after him. But then, Pittsburgh and Jacksonville. So, I mean, if Burrow is playing the talent we saw out of him last year, they could be 3-1. I mean, again, it's one of those things where I think Chicago would be the team to definitely get him. But I do think that a division game, you and I always talk about, again, it usually, yes, the more history with the division, the more heated rivalry, division games throw out the records. Like, yes, the cream will rise to the top, but it could be like a field goal winning by 1 to the top. So, I mean, that's one of those things. So they could have been 4-1 with Burrow. I'm with you. I don't think he should start the season. If he's physically – look, not everybody's Adrian Peterson. I mean, you tear an ACL, you're back 9 months later, and you have 1,700 yards. Like, okay, yeah, hi, alien. But that being said, too, I mean, it's literally that being said, but it's one of those things where you look at their schedule. Can they beat Detroit? I mean, I think Jared Goff, again, he does be picked on a little bit, but at the same time, it's one of those things. So I look at this schedule, and, I know last year they were 4-11, and they had the one tie against Philadelphia Eagles.
Mike, really, Mike? Why you got to bring that up? Why you got
to the tie? They didn't lose. Neither team lost. They kissed their cousins. It was great.
Oh, no, okay. But, all right.
But anyway, I go with. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to say they actually get not nice, but I think they can because some of that part of the schedule. And if Burrow plays, so I'm actually going to go with 5 wins. I'm going to say they are 5-12.
And Mike, you and I need to stop agreeing on stuff. This doesn't happen. You and I are agreeing.
I have 2 things to piggyback on the Bengals.
Please.
First of all, Zach Taylor has not been very good. He hasn't shown me much as a head coach, and I believe I believe his seat's getting awfully warm there. I believe that they're getting a little tired of this guy he's supposed to be this protege. He hasn't done anything. So far, Zach Taylor proved something because you haven't brought anything to life for this team. You've proven nothing. And second of all, nobody mentioned whenever it comes to an ACL injury, typically athletes they'll admit a year after their injury, a year after they play with an injury coming back, that mentally it takes a year to recover. So Joe Burrow's entire upcoming season, mentally it'll take him a year to recover and feel comfortable. So until 2022 is what athletes typically say whenever it comes to ACL injuries. They won't admit it until a year later, but that's typically what athletes will tell you.
Unless you're Adrian Peterson. We all know that he's an anomaly.
But I'm talking mentally.
I just want to point out that Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Detroit is the Bermuda Triangle of losing football.
I'm sorry, Megan, please go ahead. What did you say, Megan?
Okay, what was Carson Wentz's injury? It was more than the ACL, and this is the exact same injury, right? I mean, he tore both.
Yeah,
it's 2 tendons or his.
MCL, I believe. I believe it's MCL and ACL.
It's not just your ACL. Now, I remember when I was in high school, if you tore your ACL, you were done. It could be career ending. It's not like that anymore. Tommy John surgery, same way with baseball. Like, it's not like that anymore. You're able to recover from it, but I don't think anybody on this show can sit there and say that Carson looks like who he was before he had that injury. And now you're talking about somebody that occurred this injury in their rookie year. Like, I mean, and same with Carson, but I don't think anybody on this show is going to sit here and say that you think Carson Wentz is a good quarterback since that injury.
I wouldn't be shocked if Cincinnati beats Cleveland once. Bums.
I thought about that.
Listen,
I actually thought about that week 9.
Beats the Bengals twice.
It's a divisional game, so anything is possible.
And the Bengals and Browns always have weird games.
Yeah. This is true. Very true, John.
Alex, I just want to see you in a Cleveland Browns jersey. That's all I want. Just say dog pound on back. Just one time. Eric, that'd be great. I want to sit down and have a drink. Hey, if you wear a Browns jersey, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I will wear a Patriots jersey.
Oh,